you have the merch, the energy drink, the podcast. What is your next big business endeavor?
Bikinis.
Come on.
I'm going to get into the Playboy business.
But I do want to start with this new business venture. It's a new podcast. It's called Capital University, and it's all about money management. So I guess, first of all, why should we listen to you about money?
What if I just answered and said, because I have a lot of money? No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
That's great.
I'm probably one of the smarter people with my money in this industry. Granted, there are a lot of smart people with their money, but when it comes to investments, I feel like I have definitely the best connections out of all the influencers. And the podcast is a great way to learn about investments and saving your money and how important money actually is. So it's a good concept.
What exactly inspired you to want to share your story and to want to sort of teach other people about finances and money?
I feel like it's a more learning experience for influencers themselves. I feel like influencers should listen to the podcast and people who want to become influencers or want to invest their money, because it does give a good sense of yo, you don't make money all the time, especially being in this industry. Save it while you have it and invest it.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned?
I learned that some months are insane for money and then some months are just not. That's just how the influencer life goes.
What do you do when things aren't as steady? Do you give yourself a budget?
I just try to invest a certain amount of money a year. Tech. I do a lot of tech investments.
What is the best thing that you feel like you've purchased over the past few months?
The best thing I've purchased? Probably my car.
Is it a Tesla? Did I make that up?
It's a Tesla. It's a Tesla.
Okay.
That's not an appreciating asset. But I think the car was my most meaningful purchase because I never had a car. I had a Jeep back in Maryland, but it wasn't mine. It was my mom's. And she just gave it to me because she got a new car. So this is my first purchase, my first thing that I actually own.
Yeah.
That's sick.
It's a big deal. You said that you at one point went completely broke. When was this, and how do you feel like that moment defined how you sort of handle finances?
In 2018, when I say completely broke, I meant $5,000 to my name, which isn't completely broke, but it's not a very comfortable area to be in, especially in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Rent is expensive here. So that was an eye opener. I was like, holy shit, I don't make money. I'm going to have to move back and go to college, get a real job. And I don't want to do that right now.
Do you feel like that sort of lit the fire underneath you to really focus on all these different business moves?
Yeah, I actually saw some studies on athletes. That's where I really got the original idea of wanting to get into this and shining light to it. I saw it was something around 70-something% of all athletes after 5 years go completely broke. And in my opinion, this is only my opinion, don't take my word on it, but I think social media influencers, everyone in this space, we're just athletes. We're just another source of entertainment. And in 5 years, if you don't manage your money correctly, you will be broke.
I guess that actually makes a lot of sense. Unless you're at a different level, like a David Dobrik level, right?
Yeah, and he's smart with his investments too. He invests.
He told me that he makes very little on YouTube. He actually revealed the amount that his checks are for on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Mine are around the same.
Really?
Yeah.
So how come you invest so much into your YouTube, and how come you see such a future in YouTube if the payoff isn't?
I don't care about the YouTube money. The YouTube money isn't where I'm motivated. I just want to produce content that I genuinely enjoy, as long as my fans also enjoy it. I'd rather put really good content out and make no money than putting out really content. Sorry for my language, but content and making a bag off of something I don't genuinely enjoy.
Let's go. It's just me and this guitar playing a song. You can try stealing my heart, it's already gone.
Kind of walk me through the structure of this podcast. If I tune in, what am I going to learn? Are there different segments? Are you going to have other influencer guests?
First thing you would learn would probably be I'm not as stupid as I look. A second one is how much influencers and everyone in our space make money, like how much they actually genuinely make. 3, how to invest your money and different areas of investments. It's almost like a classroom, like a college classroom, business 101 class. It's almost exactly modeled like that, except we're talking about some real capital, like real money, like hundreds of millions, like tens of millions, like just real money. And we talk about like how we can turn that into that 10 million into 100 million.
You said you're going to reveal like how much these influencers like.
Oh yeah.
So what is that figure?
Well, most of the audience thinks we make over 10 mil or something like on a brand deal, but that's just not the case at all. I know from being on the inside and matching their analytics up to the brand standpoint, like and how much a brand would actually pay based off of their numbers. Like I just know because I've been in this space for 7 years. So I give a good outlook on it, you know? Like I know at least within $20,000-$30,000, I know how much these kids are making. Also being like friends with them, they tell me how much I make.
So it's not upwards of, I mean, there's all these lists that come out.
Some of those were cap. yeah. Like cap as in like those were lies. Some of those were lies, not accurate. That's the difference. Net worth and liquid are two completely different things. Like my net worth, I think it says something. I think it says I'm like 6 mil, 7 mil. I don't have 7 mil in my bank account. I wish I did, but I don't. So like you can't Google anyone's net worth. None of this is like none of this is like accessible to the public.
You have the merch, the energy drink, the podcast. What is your next big business endeavor?
Bikinis.
Come on.
I'm gonna get into the Playboy business.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Explain that to me then.
I'm kidding. That's just an idea. Maybe later down the road, yeah.
Like, do you want to start like a Playboy-esque empire?
Not even a Playboy. More like, I would say Boutine. Playboy's a little graphic. Boutine.
What does that mean?
Boutine is like a bikini line.
And you would design the bikinis, or you would hire people to design these bikinis?
I would design bikinis.
Why?
We want the PAU on some bikinis.
Why do you think you're the person to design bikinis?
Because I'm the party animal.
Okay. How do you feel like girls are gonna feel about that?
I feel like they'd love it.
Okay.
And they'd buy it, the bikinis. That's a good market. There's a lot of money in that.
Just because girls like bikinis?
Yeah, especially like girls be feeling themselves now. Same with dudes, but that's where I'm coming out with my shorts, party animal shorts. But bikinis right now, they're in, dude.
I gotta tell my bestie, someone call my bestie, think I found my bestie, link up, make them check.
TikTok has seemingly sold to Oracle. How do you kind of feel about the platform's future, and where do you see it going now?
I still think TikTok's gonna be banned. I just don't know when. It's a matter of time. But I mean, yeah, there's so many different times where it's been threatened to get banned. It's just inevitable at this point.
You don't think that there's anything that can prevent that, and like, how does that even kind of make you feel?
I don't know. I mean, it makes me feel like I'm comfortable. I don't need TikTok. I don't need TikTok anymore. At this point, I'm doing it for fun.